Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Jets, 32-yard.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it on for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses. But just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. And they'll begin by running the option. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And we'll get this only up to about the 35. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
a leader, right?
To make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Kennedy. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Kennedy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. This is intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Room here to run. And he will bring it back. It's a big 6 for the Bengals, JD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Gun. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 28.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Von Bell. 10 yards.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
28-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run again with Dillon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the option on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
this time he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And he will take it on for the Bengals touchdown. From 8 yards out. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Now a run with Dillon. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 40-yard line.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st down, Jets.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Guys, get in there. Oh, everybody just go home.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
Rosas good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
partner, join me.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
It's 3rd down.
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Burrow, 3rd and long from his end zone. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off the play fake, here's Burrow, escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. All the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 81 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because...
Oh, wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Back to throw now on 1st down.
He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Crowder. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Kennedy. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Aldrick Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Dillon on the counter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there. 1st down. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a total